to life. Tune in every week as host Reese Elisa flips through stories with authors, narrators, and the amazing folks behind your favorite bookstores. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's flip through the pages.
Mm.
Girl, you
All
like that,
right,
girl?
let's
Listen, the budget got a little better since the last time we met. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Covers and Pages podcast. My name is Elisa. Covers and Pages is all about celebrating authors, narrators, bookstore owners, and book influencers who continue to empower the book space. If you are watching TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, wherever, I have two of the most amazing thriller authors ever. I love these ladies so much. Okay. They are my fave. They really don't need no introduction. Okay. Because like they here, right? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Covers and Pages podcast. Kaylynn Hunt and Octavia Grant. Brr, 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 brr. How are y'all? How have y'all been? How has life been treating y'all? Let's catch
Life
up.
has been lifing, but I'm still here, so it's all good.
Okay.
It's been good. I mean, regular every day. I've been busy. Just different stuff busy. But I'm not complaining. I'm embracing all of it. So
This is what we prayed for, right?
yes,
Being
it is.
booked and busy. So
Yes, it
we
is.
can't complain when we get what we asked for.
No. So I'm not gonna
Right?
complain. Yeah, it's a lot, but I'm rolling with it. We gonna make it work.
I love that. I love that. The last time we chatted, I think it was almost a year ago. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
around this
Hmm.
time, the last time we chatted. You two were my first two guests. Y'all gave me an opportunity. Y'all took a chance on me. I love y'all. That's why I forever rock with y'all. I remember Kaylin after we got done, she was like, "You did really good." I was like, "Oh, girl," because I thought it did horrible.
Mm-mm.
And it has been uh, it,
Amazing.
it has been up ever since. I wanted to bring you all on to close out spooky season. Um, Flight 725 is out.
I see.
If y'all have not read it, I'm gonna need for y'all to go and read it. Okay, amazing book. Make sure you read Highway 725 and then Flight 725. So I want to just go back and let the entire world know how did the collaboration with you two started. So whoever would like to go first.
I'll go because Octavia usually is the one that tells the story. So we are in ICU reading and chatting together. And every Friday we do a freestyle Friday, which basically drop a topic and authors just write on the fly based on whatever the subject matter is. So I used to write every week. And actually I probably need to write again because I haven't. But anyway, um I did a story called Daddy's Diary, and Octavia slid in my inbox and was like, "Hey, that story you just wrote, you want to collaborate?" I'm like, "Sure, absolutely." And the story was fresh in my head. And she was like, "Cause that story," and I was like, "And this is what's happening next, and this is what I'm thinking." And then she came in with her ideas and kind of went right behind it. And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So that's how it came about. And then
Mhm.
we got 725 because also in that group, it was something about birthdays, and we found out we were birthday twins. So
Mhm.
725 is symbolic of our collective birthday. And so there you have it.
That is exactly how it happened. And I was so like intimidated because when I first joined that group, like she is very immersive. Like she makes sure that authors write, like just stay on your pen game. So that's why she does the freestyles, I think. And I was reading her story. And we had like a contest or something. And I won Kaylynn's book called Recipe for Deception. And I'm like, oh, she is insane. Right. And then that's when we found out about the birthday thing. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna want to work with her, but I'm kind of still like new here. So I was a little intimidated, right? She was more seasoned than I was. And I'm like, you know what? When she wrote that piece, I'm like, yeah, I gotta shoot my shot because the only thing she could say is no, but at least she'll know that I'm interested. And so she was like, "Let's do it," and I'm like, "Oh, it was that easy." I'm sitting over here like beating myself, well, like kind of hyping myself up for like 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it." And it was just amazing how it just came together. And when I tell people that we freestyled that whole book, people don't believe us, right? Like some people don't even know who wrote which part. And certain times I'm like, did I write this or did she write this? So it's like it just blended together perfectly. I think it's the Leo, right? It's the
Gotta
Leo in us.
What was like one of the most surprising things you both learned about each other during the writing process with both books? What made you be like, dang, I didn't know that about Octavia? Or like, wow, how she do, was there ever a moment where you just text each other and was like, now how the hell you came up with this idea?
I don't think I had that moment because I already knew that she had it, right? I knew that she
know.
had it from the beginning, right? And I feel like with Flight 725, it shows that we can work through our own struggles because it was a little hard, right? And because we both had personal things going on, but we
Mhm,
still put our all into the book. And I don't feel like it was rushed. I feel like it was just enough. It was just it blended together. Like you cannot tell that in the moment this book was written the authors had their own things going on. And I
mhm.
feel like that's because we work just that well together. So no matter what our situations were, we still came together in our professional setting to make it work. And it turned out perfectly.
It
Yeah, it
did.
wasn't anything that surprised me. 'Cause of course, we already know Octavia is right. So, like in Highway 725, when I read, so she wrote the pepper and onions part, and when I read that, I
Mhm.
said, "That's the skillet," and I just kept on writing. But like she said, it just we blended perfectly, and like she said, with Flight 725, we both like struggled because we was both like, I'm not focused. It's your turn.
Right.
Like we just kept going, but you can't really tell. And after it was done, I was like, okay, we can do this.
Right. And listen, the book was crafted so perfectly, like it read like one author wrote it. So
Hmm.
kudos. If
Thank
that was
you.
y'all's
Thank
goal,
you.
so y'all did an amazing job. I was like, dang. Like, and I was that person, like, okay, who wrote what? Like, and it wasn't until, later on I got to talk to y'all behind the scenes and I got to find out who wrote what. So that was, oh my God, that was a beautiful job. So how did y'all come up with the idea of doing Flight 725? Because listen, in my mind, I was like, oh, they're gonna give us maybe like a club 725 or something like that.
I
Um,
think I think it was Kaylin because people kept saying like we didn't even know we needed this collaboration. We need y'all to work together more. And
Mm-hmm.
it
mhm.
was like, okay, dang, y'all really, really enjoy High 75. And I'm like, yeah. So I think later in that year, I'm not even sure, Kaylin came up with the idea for flight. So it's like we're ruining your way of travels, maybe your lodging. Who knows what the future holds? But I know that it was Kaylin that came up with flight.
Yeah, and I think it was just because people were saying y'all need to collaborate more. So I'm like, well, we can do another 725 and
Hmm.
come up with a million of them, and flight
Yeah.
just into my head. And honestly, like when we don't outline any part of it.
Mm-mm.
Like when we came up with the idea, it was like, okay, we're gonna do a flight, and we a new like some initial people maybe, and that was pretty much it. Like we knew that it was gonna be a long flight because it had to be stuff to go on that they couldn't get off. Like that was pretty much the only thing we outlined.
And what, I'm not gonna lie, y'all had perfect timing to write like flight, and especially like a couple months ago when everything was going on with airplanes. Y'all
Yes.
had people like, man, I'm not finna get on no plane. What y'all know that we don't know?
And I actually used that, right? I actually used that when he was like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm like, she looked at him crazy, like planes are literally falling out the sky. I was
Out the
like,
sky.
this is when I tell people that life really helps me write because I didn't know,
Hmm.
like, if we came up with this idea, then this is happening in society, and it's like, this was perfect. This was
It
perfect.
was. It was. It was just it was such a great reading experience, both books, and it just made me fall in love with y'all even more, and especially reading y'all's other books by y'allselves. Okay, it's masterpiece. Okay, so I want to know, and listen, y'all can tell me about my little business. Okay, what we got for next year?
You know what? Everybody keeps asking us that. They
They
asked us that
do.
at Black Book Bash. They asked us that in the last two interviews.
I
And
have an
honestly,
inbox full of that question.
we and
Oh,
don't get me started on April, who did gave me a whole list of 725. So, but we actually haven't talked about it because we know we are both busy, but we also know we can do it. So
yeah.
we don't know yet. And I floated the idea maybe we do a poll and see what the
Oh,
readers want to see.
nice.
We can do come up with a few and then and figure it out
Like the possibilities are endless, right? We could
Mm-hmm.
do room 725, 725 something other drive, right? It could be hotels, it could be so many other
it could,
things,
it could
right?
be anything, an address, just anything. It could
Like
be
Yeah.
anything.
yeah.
All I ask, can y'all please just put Reese's name in the book? I just want to see my name in somebody's book. Okay. I just got
Absolutely,
4 little letters in my name.
absolutely. Now I don't
That's all
know
I ask.
if you. I don't know if you're gonna make it out alive, but you'll be in the book.
Oof. Well, listen, just don't let me be the first person to be gone. Please. That's all I ask. Okay. Make me look good. Please don't make me crawling on the floor. Okay. And the guard talk about some hello, because that's not me. I need in real life, please. So for the authors that are watching, um, just tell me why it's so important in y'all's own words to collab with your fellow authors because it worked for y'all.
I feel like it's an admiration of letting you know, okay, I respect your penmanship. I respect what you're doing in your craft because we're all in our own lanes, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of us have never even met each other. And I feel like when you let an author know that you would like to collaborate or you would like to do something with them, it's you showing that you respect them as an author, you respect their craft. So I just look at it as this a mutual respect is it's saying I will be pleased to work with you. And Kaylin was the first. I've done several collaborations, but Kaylin was the first person that I reached out to. I had never done that before, so that's why I was so afraid. And it worked out, and I feel like this collaboration has just been amazing.
It has,
Probably.
and I will also say, like, especially being an indie author, we have like our own little island, and we feel like we own it by ourselves. And I think as of recently, like being able to collaborate with Octavia and talk or bounce ideas off, it's not so isolated. Also, because now we
Hmm.
have like we have this. Other than being pen sisters, we had this kinship because we can work well together, and I can bounce off the ideas off of her. She can bounce off ideas off of me, and it comes together, and it helps you to basically be more confident in yourself because
Yeah.
you have other people that are champion for you too.
Right, right.
Hmm.
And I agree. I love that. I love that because, like I said, it worked for you all. I know some people they do be afraid to kind of step out and say something to someone else. But like I always tell my friends, you never know until you take a chance on yourself, until you bet on yourself. And I'm so happy,
Right.
Octavia, you took that first step. And baby, I got my girls, honey. I got the queen of thrillers, honey. I love it. So tell me, what's the most unexpected place or moment where a story idea just hit you? Octavia, I really feel like I know your answer.
What?
The grocery store.
Church.
Church. Oh, girl, please
And
elaborate.
again, the Dear Vicky came from a positive experience. I didn't
Mhm,
have a bad experience, right? So when I tell people, this was something good that happened, they're like, nah, it's no way. So I was in Publix, so that's the grocery store here in Florida, and one of the bag boys was an older man. And I think he had just retired or something. He was just saying, I didn't want to stay in the house. I retired after 40 something years, being very polite. And I'm like, oh yeah, mess this situation up. Like, how can I literally obliterate this nice thing that just happened to me? Because I don't know, like in Publix, like they're like super nice, the bag boys are. And I'm like, yeah, I have to really destroy this situation. And then we have Dear Vicky.
I don't
That-
know. Let me think about where I might have. Because stories just be rattling around in my head all the time.
mhm.
And I have ideas, I have to put them down.
Give me
More
the
than
water.
usual, I was at work or
Water.
something. But
Let me
um,
hold it.
I'd have been in a club and thought of a story like I'm supposed to be partying, and I got a whole story in my head.
Now y'all know y'all both have to elaborate. Give us a short answer. Whoever would like to go first, because Octavia, I am intrigued on this church. Okay.
With the church, it's just, I grew up in a very Christian based home. My mother would not even approve of the things that I write. And if you notice, every book I have has some sort of scripture in it somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm like, what, I'm wrong for twisting up these words like this. But it just works because if you in real life, Christians, they kind of can be very narcissistic, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it works. It's good for writing. It just is. And that's why I get my most inspiration on a Sunday when I am
At the church house. Listen, deacon and first lady over there sneaking behind the pulpit while, while Bishop prepared for his sermon. Okay. Okay, Kayla, I need to hear about this club. Okay. What
Uh,
happened at the club?
I actually haven't even written the story yet, but I had an idea. So I'm out, and you see people, and I people watch. So I'm watching stuff that's going on, and I'm seeing this dude like who just was corny and everything, trying to pick up this girl and talk to her and everything like that. And it's just like, do you catch a clue, sir? Move on. And so this story idea popped in my head, and I have a title. It Love Don't Love Me, but I do. I just haven't written.
Has a friend ever told y'all like a story that they have been through and you probably was like, you know what? That'd be good in a book. Or have y'all done that?
my friends tell me to put them in a book and they'll tell me situations that happen and then I stretch it all the way out.
Mhm.
Like I do
Well,
that.
I will say, especially my first book and the sequel, a lot of the things that happen in there are actual things that happen to other people or people around me, and I stretch it and move it around a little bit, but they are things that have happened for real.
Hmm.
When people
Okay.
say that could never happen in real life, like real life is jacked up,
Right, it
right?
is.
Fiction is tame compared to, like, our
Some
imagination
of
is tame compared to the things that we see in real life. So
Mhm.
I never understand that statement. Like I just don't get it. Like where do you live to have never seen or heard or even experienced something that was less than kosher? Right? It
Right.
happens.
Right. That is true. That is true. I was just telling my colleague yesterday, I was like, never say, oh, this will never happen to me because it can.
Hmm. Hmm.
That is a true statement, especially with just all the world events that's going on today.
Yeah.
But yes, and you know what? Now I'm finna go back and I'm finna read that book because now I'm nosy. And I want to let everyone know who is watching. Feel free to ask whatever question you like. I will either put it up on the screen. If you are on TikTok or Instagram, I'm gonna have to let them know what you are asking. So yes, y'all chime in whatever question y'all have for these two amazing authors. Now, what's the wildest Google search you done for research?
So for Flight 725, all that stuff about the cyanide and trying to figure out how you can test it, and I actually Googled that. Like that is a real thing. You can use the iron to see if you can see the cyanide. Or, like I was Google, and so I went to ChatGPT and certain stuff it won't give you the answer,
Yeah.
but I found the trick. I told them I'm writing a book. This is what my
Yeah.
kids are doing, and they answered my question.
Hmm. Interesting.
I was
What
like, okay, what drug can I use to do such and such and such and such, and what's the effects? And it told me.
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
Pappy giving you the business for real. He does.
What about you, Octavia? Because I love when you repost news articles and it be the funniest articles I have ever seen in my life. Like, I'm like, what? You did what? And why would y'all do that?
I think the wildest. So I always tell people like authors Google searches. Like I delete my history every single day. I do. I delete it every day. I've deleted like specific. How much lie would it take to cover up the scent of a 180-pound man? Um, how can you get around that smell of decomp? Like all kind of things, right? These are the things that I Google, right? And I remember I was um a radiology technology student, and we were looking for a bullet because I told you all I have a criminal justice degree, and one of the people's head, and her hand fell out of the thing, and I literally freaked out. It's like I can write this stuff, but in real life, I'm terrified. Right? And of course, I had to do this, to get my degree in radiology, but it's like, yeah, I'm not going to use it. That
Mm.
I'm not.
Oh my
So
goodness.
life has been very interesting for me.
Siren said, of course you did. What advice would you both give to a author that is looking to possibly write their first thriller, horror, mystery story? Whoever would like to go first.
I always say just write. You got to start writing. And the thing that I heard it somewhere, but I repeat all the time: you cannot edit an empty page. So
Correct.
you have to put something down just to get started. And I know there's apprehension when you have that anxiety. I want to start, but once you start writing and get it down, you got to start somewhere. So start putting it on paper, or
Mhm,
like Octavia writes, or type it, or however you need to get it out. Even if you have to record yourself, like in your ideas, so that you have a basis to start with.
Just do it. And don't second guess yourself either. A
mhm,
lot of us, we talk ourselves out of a good storyline because we're worried about what other people would think or say. And the only person you're writing the story for when you initially write it is yourself, right?
mhm.
Your audience will come. So do not second guess yourself.
I agree. And I
And
want to
write
make
for yourself. Don't write for other people.
Correct.
let me make one little church announcement because it just came to my brain and I don't want Denisha to text me tomorrow and get on to me. Shout out to Pretty Girls Do Read. Um, these are two Pretty Girls Do Read authors. They are on their roster, and I am a Pretty Girls Do Read influencer. So hey, shout out to Pretty Girls Do Read. All right.
Hey, girl.
Hey, pretty girl. Okay, so let's keep it going. So tell me, what thriller movie or book made you fall in love with this genre?
For me, in '95, I read Beloved. I had no reason to be reading Beloved. in 95. I was what, 10 years old. Um, it was in our library at an elementary school, and I read it and I loved it. And my mom was mortified, like, what, why would you, how did you get that? And I'm like, it was in the library. Because back then we had to like sign our names on the library card thing. And she took it back, and I never saw that book again, but I was already finished by that time. Um, and that's where my love of thrillers and horror started. As you can see, I'm always wearing a horror graphic tee. And then as far as movies, it was the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Um, I love Freddy so much. I really do. And that's where I started with my love of the macabre.
I don't know. So when it comes to movies, oh, I'm gonna date myself. Um, Honestly, I don't know, but I always like I'm the psychological thriller girl. So I like all the chasing the serial killer movies and stuff like that, like Silence of the Lambs and
Oh
Kissing
yes.
Girl. And like those are my favorites. When it comes to, I don't even know what now. Reading, I'm gonna have to really think about that because it's been so long. I have
Mhm.
no
What's the last thriller book y'all read?
I just got through reading. Um, I just finished King of Ashes
Okay.
because I was behind on my reading.
Mm.
I had I took while I was trying to write and stuff. I don't read, and then I feel like I need to be catching up on reading, so I listened to a bunch of stuff. So I just listened to King of Ashes. I listened to all of Tanisha's Red series that she had on audio. I just finished those. Um, what was the last thing? I think King of Ashes is probably the last thriller that I did. But it
I
was
need
good.
to read that. I haven't read that yet.
It was good. And yeah. I still Razor Blade Tears is still my favorite. Like King of Ashes is right there, but Razor Blade Tears is still my number one with that one. But
Okay.
Let me get that book once we get off of here. Mine was actually from a new thriller author. She wrote her first thriller, and her name is Misha Mish. It's called The Birthday Girl. It is really, really good. Like it is really, really good. Like I'm texting her and I'm inboxing her and I'm calling her like, when part two coming, right? And then I listened to some audiobooks from Podium, and it was The Other House was really good. It was very dark, um, very dark. So again, I don't read trigger warnings, so maybe if I had, I would have known what was going to happen in there, but I didn't, and I was like, oh God, this is wild. But it was still a good book,
Okay.
nonetheless, like really good.
Okay.
and
I have
I've
another
been
question
meaning to
after.
read Birthday Girl too.
Birthday Girl.
That
Now
book
who
is
that's
good.
by?
It's by
Misha
Misha.
Mish.
I've been meaning.
Okay, Miss Misha.
I actually have it, but I didn't read it, and that you just reminded me that I need to get to
Yes, you do. You need to get to it. That book
Okay.
is good. And then I like to hype it up because, well, not
it.
hype it up, but I like to talk about it because this was her first thriller, right? She's been around for
A
over a
long time.
decade, right? But she was like, "This is my first one. I'm a little nervous," and I'm like, "Girl, this book was good." And I feel like what people real don't fit, they fail to realize that's like is with thrillers or horror, we don't have to sugarcoat relationships, things like that. We can be as crazy as we want, and we can be as free with our pen as we want, and that's why I love it. Like anything that I want to do to this person in this book, I do it. And I feel like you kind of know that there are going to be triggers with us, right? And that just makes the story even better to me.
I love that. I want to let y'all know. So I met the Brandon Massey over the weekend, and I had the opportunity to have like a 30-minute conversation with him. So I had asked him, I said, do you read other, thriller authors and stuff like that? He said I do, but I try to read like I don't try to read like the same as me, but something different because I don't want it all to like
Mhm.
mix up or whatever. Anyway,
Mhm.
I showed him Highway 725 and Flight 725, and he took a picture. He said he's going to read it.
Oh.
Shout out to him, okay? Had to plug that in. Had to plug that in. And also,
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
gonna do
Thank
some.
you.
Listen, I had to. He was right there in my face. I had to get everything out. And I was just talking. I bet he was like, "Oh, this girl talks too much." But listen, he said he'll come on this podcast one day. I'm gonna take, and that's another little gem. Take every opportunity you can. Okay.
Exactly.
I am going to do something else. Denisha's gonna get on to me, but listen, I'm gonna do a giveaway. All right. Whoever interact doing this live, you will get a copy of Flight 725, sponsored by Pretty Girls Do Read. Denisha, you watching this? Girl, don't cuss me out tomorrow. I love you. But anyway, let's keep it going. All right. So Siren wants to know, what was the hardest scene to write? Siren said, I'm telling.
The hardest scene in which book, in the 725 book?
In which book, Siren? In the meantime, um, okay. So let's see. Which famous detective or villain do you secretly relate to the most? So it can either be a detective or it can be a villain.
Oh,
Villain? I
right. I'm
think
trying
of
to
a
think of a
villain
villain.
though.
Why are we not trying to think of detectives? I'm trying to think of a villain.
Because I'm not thinking
Yeah,
of one at
yeah,
all.
a villain. A villain is good.
I don't think he's a
Um,
villain in my book, but I would say Joe. I really like Joe a
I
lot.
like
From 13?
you.
From you?
From
Yeah.
you, yeah.
Oh,
I
why?
like him. He
He
goes
was
after what he
he was
wants. Like,
so unhinged. I think I love him though.
I love Joe, honestly. And Joe taught me a lot because but it's stuff. Okay, he taught me that I wasn't crazy because it's like stuff like on my Facebook and stuff. I don't post where I am while I'm there
correct.
most
Never,
of the
never do
time,
that.
and all my locations and stuff is all. But with him doing I was like, see, I wasn't crazy. I know what I'm talking about because they just find you wherever. No,
Yeah.
Okay, going back to Siren question, so she said in any book. What was the hardest scene to write in any book?
For me, it would be Unhealthy Love. That book was traumatizing to me. Um, it was very traumatizing. It was very hard. It touched on a lot of familial secrets. Um, that was my coworker was talking to me about the things that she dealt with as a child, and she told me like and she was talking so freely, and I'm like, girl, like this is what happened. And when I gave her a copy of the book, she was like, oh, you should have added this to it. I'm like, I would never add nothing else to that book. There would never ever be a part two. And Cutthroat, the most hardest scene for me to write was tossing the baby across the room, and that was hard, but it was funny to me. I have a dark sense of humor, so it still had to go in there. It was fun. Then in the Highway 725, it was actually the peppers and onions, but I still laughed because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. What about you, Kaylin?
so in Highway 725, the hardest um scene for me to write was when Caesar had Tyra on the table, and it wasn't. I was like, okay, in my head, I'm like, this is what he about to do to her. But I'm like, is this too much?
Mm-mm.
And then I was like, this is what he want to do. So this is what we about to do. And so when I sent it to Octavia, I said, tell me if you think it's too much. You'll know what I'm talking about when you get there. And she was like, it's never too much. So
It's never too much.
I will say that, like, especially writing with her, it has helped me push my limits just because I be thinking people gonna think it's, too much. But at the
Mhm.
same time, it's like, no, I'm not holding myself back.
Mm-mm.
So then the next hardest scene I will say is in the book that I have coming up, my new release. And I really can't even say what the scene is. But the opening scene was hard to write. And when you read it, you'll understand why. And
Okay.
I don't I don't like trigger warnings. I don't read trigger warnings. I
Hmm.
understand people need trigger warnings. And for this book, I didn't put a trigger warning, but it does have a rating. I put a rating in the beginning. It's extreme content. So y'all can't say I didn't warn you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When is that book set to be released?
November 25th.
Okay. Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here first on Covers and Pages Podcast. All right. So if you could commit the perfect crime, okay, what would it be? Now we have to because TikTok and Instagram, certain words we can't say. I know me, baby. I'm going straight to the bank.
I would say you saying a crime, just any crime,
Any
and I can
crime.
get away with it. Oh,
Hmm.
it's the bank. It's
I'm
a
going
bank,
straight to the bank.
and I'm hitting the safety deposit boxes.
Hmm. Hmm. Me too.
Mhm.
Me too. What about you, Octavia?
A perfect crime is not something that you speak of. You will show up. You'll know what's happening when I show up. Yeah, just give me a candy. That's what I'm chewing. You know what happened when I show up.
Okay. Put it in the book.
I will.
What has been the most like wildest review y'all have seen just reading on Goodreads and Amazon about Highway 725? What was one review you was just like, man, you can go somewhere?
Girl.
Cause listen, the readers and their reviews, I just be like, yo, okay. I think that was a little too much.
So well, when 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 Highway 725 came out, we started reading reviews. It was people spoiling the plot twist and
I'm
tips.
Yeah, I
I'm
hate
sorry,
that.
excuse me, flight 725, but
No,
with both.
in Highway 725, they was
Mhm.
spoiling the plot twist, and I was pissed off.
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
was I crafted that perfectly so nobody would know, and now you tell it. But also,
That's
like I've
the
had people
thing.
like you didn't say, and this is not a thriller. My one of my books, Complicated Simplicity. I had somebody complain about the fact that I didn't disclose, um, like the main character's ethnicity until later on.
Mhm.
But I did because I described her. You just wasn't paying attention.
People are triggered by the wildest things, I'm telling you. But remember, I haven't read any reviews in so long because some certain times when I see like negative reviews, it really just like, girl, can you give me a reason why you think this way? So I haven't read them. And then, like Kayla said, the wildest things are them like literally saying, "Oh, this happened and this happened. I was expecting this person to do it," and it's like, don't you want other readers to have that same experience that you had?
Right.
And it's like, I hate that. I literally do.
As a reader, when I am checking out new books, I the only thing I look at is just the ratings. I don't read the reviews because I don't want it to spoil it for me.
Hmm.
So I'll just go on Amazon, honey. If it got more than 3 stars, okay, boom, I'm finna read. I'm finna add it to my TBR because I want to have that same, shock value
Yeah.
as y'all had. Okay. So maybe that is a trigger warning you need to put in the book. Look, don't spoil this shit for new people. Thank you. So tell me well, first of all, Kaylin, congratulations on your film. Purr, 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 purr,
Thank
purr.
you.
You're welcome. I've been following your journey. I'm like, oh my God. I love that for you. Um, tell us a little bit about that.
This the film. It
Yeah, just a bit. Mm-hmm.
So No Strings is I got an opportunity to be an executive producer on, but also like I worked on set and I was in the trenches with everybody. I 16-hour days, everything, and we filmed for 9 days. It was an amazing experience and being around actors and directors and other people, it kind of sparked something in me. So I am making another movie, which will be based off of Highway 725.
Girl, wait. What? You wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am. So
Did you just
no,
did you just give us some breaking news?
I mean no, because I've been saying it. I've been saying it, but yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm just speaking it into existence right now. I'm getting my money up, but I plan to start filming next year. The screenplay is already written. Octavia has read it. Like, we ready to go.
Oh my God. Listen, can I help some way, somehow? I don't know what it is. Maybe I can hold a light.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. I love this for y'all. Congratulations. Speaking it into existence. It's gonna happen.
The
Yes.
talent in this indie space is just amazing. Like the
So
Mm-hmm.
talent
back,
is literally
yes, it
here.
is. And back to No Strings, it was India, who's also an author. She writes urban, whatever. This is her second movie that well, actually her third, but her second, as producing it herself. And so we gathered together, and I got the opportunity to basically invest and be a part of making the film, which I'm grateful to her for that. And me and her locked in from that day forward, because we were on set, baby. All when I say 16 hours, it was 16 hours. And some days I was like, I ain't even going home. Like, what's the point? But we had a good time. It was exhilarating and exhausting all together, but I will
Mhm.
definitely do it.
I love that for
So we are
you.
having our private screening, a premiere here in Detroit, November 15th. And yeah, it's a red carpet type situation. We will be dressed to impress.
Mm.
Love that. Oh, congratulations again.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Oh, I love to just see Black women just do amazing things. Like, and y'all are truly doing amazing things. One
Thank
thing
you.
that I told Brandon this weekend, and I mentioned this to you all when y'all was on the last podcast. I love that this thriller horror mystery space is like you see more Black faces and you see
Hmm.
more Black women, and I love that. Please keep it going, at least
Yes,
for me.
yes,
If you
yes.
ever want to stop, just say Reese gonna be in my DMs and she gonna get on my last damn nerves.
I never ever see myself leaving the thriller space. I don't feel like you should box authors in. So that's how I
Mhm.
do have one erotica that I wrote many years ago. And that's how I know that this is the space that I want to be in. Like I don't want to write anything else. Um I feel as though once I found my footing in this writing space, I'm kind of stuck here. And I've done great things writing thriller, horror, and suspense. I really have. And when I tell people I'm an author, they'll ask the normal question: "Oh, you write them romance books? You write them love stories?" No, I don't. There are more genres than romance, right?
Right.
So you will never ever see me not writing anything insane like that. That is me, Queen of Unhinged.
What do you both do to just really take care of your mental health after you get done writing a book? Do y'all maybe go shopping or get your nails done, a spa?
Honestly,
I go to a spa.
it depends. But I honestly, like, I do so much. Like, so when the last book, this book that's getting ready to come out, when I finish, because honestly, I've been working on that book for forever, and it's been taking me for I just been doing other stuff, but I wanted to get it out because I had this story that I wanted to tell, and when I finished, I wanted to just check out, so I didn't do anything. I was
Mhm.
like, let me let my brain rest. Let me just chill out. I didn't do. It was one of them days where I didn't leave the house. I don't want nobody to talk to me or anything. But like I said before, one of the things I do is read. Like I'll go on a binge of reading because when I'm writing, I don't read anything.
Mm-hmm.
So when I finish Splitting Souls from September to October, I have read over 20 books because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like I need to like that part of my brain. I need to shut down for a minute, and then it can recharge.
How do y'all deal with writer's block?
Write something else.
Hmm.
Mm,
And it used to be, and the last one. Well, I haven't had writer's block in a minute. The last time I did, what got me out was doing a freestyle Friday. So I didn't feel like writing. I couldn't get into whatever I was trying to write. And when I did the freestyle, it was like it just kick started my creativity, and I was like, okay, I'm good now, and I could go back to it. So switching up, or even switching the story, switching anything up, or writing something else. And I've had situations where I had too many ideas in my head, and I couldn't figure out which, like one of them wouldn't work, and I just switched to the other one, and then it was like the dam broke.
mhm. So go to the spa, read some books, and keep on writing. That's any
Yeah.
authors. There you go. That's your advice.
You have
So,
to take care of yourself when you're writing. Like
hmm
writing is not an easy job. It's certainly not. And also we write craziness. So you have to kind of you're having these multiple personalities going on in your head. And where me, I'm a mom, I bake cookies and stuff for the kids, and then I gotta turn my mom side off and get back into my crazy bag. And it takes a lot to contort your mind to being multiple different people. So you have to self-care is very important, like very important. And if I'm at a point where I just cannot get my words to flow, I'm an audiobook listener through and through. Right. So I have a TV in here. I don't even watch TV. I listen to books. So even when I'm writing, I still listen to books because I have a corporate job where I'm not writing, but I can still listen or I can still read. And so there's never a not reading moment for me.
same for me. I'm always listening to a book. I keep my AirPods. I have two sets of AirPods. Okay, so when one die, I have another one on standby because I have to keep the books going. All right. I books are just people don't understand. Picking up a book, you can just escape to a whole nother place that you never
Hmm.
thought exists. So I always tell, people who say, I don't want to read, I don't want to read. I'm like, why not? All
Why
this
not?
good,
That's crazy to
all
me.
this
I
good
don't
stuff.
understand that because it
Me
takes you
either.
somewhere else. I just don't
Dude,
understand that. Like I can't comprehend anybody not getting immersed in a story. Like I be
Yes.
cussing these characters out, especially when I get to read. I be cussing these characters out. Like what the hell is wrong with you? I, yeah, no.
yeah, it's definitely one of those things that really is self-care as well. Reading
Hmm.
is self-care. I just love it. I love it. I love y'all, and I'm gonna keep rocking with y'all. I cannot wait to meet y'all. Okay, so if you hear someone just cross the room, Kaylynn, Octavia, that's my country ass. Okay, that's me. That is me. So, before we wrap, just tell me and the people watching, what do you both have next coming up? Just in general, it could be books, it could be more movies. It could be life. What's coming up next?
So, like I said, Splitting Souls will be released on November 25th, and it's a psychological thriller. I'm doing book events all of 2026. I'm gonna be outside for real.
Okay,
Like
so what book events you gonna be at? Y'all get y'all pen, y'all piece of paper,
so, we
or
start
go
in
and follow them.
February. February will be the Boozy Book Tour. I'm doing Black Girls Who Write in April. I'm also doing the Cali author takeover in April. And then in June, I'm doing Boozy Book Tour. I'm doing the National Book Club Conference in July, and there's something else after that. I have to look at my calendar. It's
You
a lot.
It's a
outside.
lot. It's a lot. Um, yeah, it's a lot. So this is my last 2025 interview. You are my last interview of this year. And I don't have anything coming up until next year. Like I said, the Black Girls Who Write. Then I'll be doing Chocolate City Book Fest. That's in April. So I don't have anything before April. I'm in Texas twice, Ohio. Um, I'm all over the place. Literally have to get my calendar to remember everything that I have going on. And I'm excited about it because, like I said, this is what we prayed for. And I also
It,
want people to know that, we are busy, honey. Yes, we
Busy.
are busy. And we're like that because we are writing what we love and we're showcasing ourselves. So we aren't writing what anybody's telling us to write. We're just writing what comes from the heart. And it's working for us.
Oh, and I
it,
love that. I love that y'all are doing some amazing things. I don't have no flowers, but here are y'all's virtual flowers.
thank you.
Yes. I always say if we don't support us, no one will.
No
And
one
I'm
will.
gonna
I
always
know you. You are right.
I'm, I'm gonna always continue to support the both of you. My love for y'all is it just runs so deep. So
Thank
deep.
you.
Me too.
And if y'all are just tuning in, I had mentioned earlier that when I first got started with my podcast, Kaylin was my first guest, and Octavia was the third
The
guest,
third.
and and both of them took a chance on little old me. Okay, they didn't know who I was. I just slid in they email, and they both was like, "Yes."
Like that. I was like, sure.
Exactly.
Why not?
Listen, I'm from the country just like you are. And my grandmother would say, you miss all of the chances that you don't take. So if
Yes.
you
Exactly.
didn't come out to and ask us, we wouldn't have known that you were interested. And as also, especially as independent or hybrid, we like to talk to our tribe. Okay. Like it's
Definitely.
because of you all that we're here. So anytime,
And I
I would
appreciate
Anytime.
it.
play.
I appreciate it. And y'all both told me you did so good. And I was sweating bullets, okay?
So you started out like I'm so nervous, and I'm like, girl, we just gonna chill out. We
Mm-mm.
fine.
Like we just
Uh,
talking, we just having a conversation.
yes.
Yeah,
And oh my God, I love it. And y'all will be back in 2026. At least I'm gonna get with Denise on y'all's calendar because baby, y'all outside next year, okay?
We really are. Like if anything pops up, I'd be surprised if she could squeeze me in anywhere. But I'm open to everything. Um, I'm not bigger than the program. I feel like me remaining humble is why I'm getting so far.
Yes.
And I'm open to whatever the future and the universe has for me.
Denisha was like, I don't think you need to add another event for 2026. I said, I don't plan on it. I don't want anything.
Let everyone know where they can follow you. So give them your socials.
I am Kaylynn Hunt everywhere. It's Kaylynn Hunt. I think on
Oh,
TikTok it might have a zero behind it. She went off. But I'm Kaylynn Hunt everywhere.
and Octavia, I will put it in the description so you all can follow her. I wonder if she gonna pop back in before we leave. But is there anything else you would like to add before we close out?
I want to say thank you, and I think you are doing a wonderful job, and I am so proud of you, and your whole platform is awesome. Um, I as I mentioned, there she is. She came back. Okay, your socials, ma'am.
Oh, my thing said lost connection. I don't know. That's weird because I'm sitting right by the router. Um, I am Octavia Grant on Facebook. I am Octavia versus Otanika on Instagram, and I am Otanika on TikTok.
Love that. Love that. I was asking, is there anything else you all would like to add before we wrap up?
So you all know Cutthroat was my last release of the year. I'm taking not a break from writing because I'm writing right now. But I'm not going to be releasing multiple books anymore. I feel like marketing my books properly. has done wonders for me. So my next release will be next April. You can look out for that. I can't even tell you the title right now. I'm just gonna be surprised when you see it.
Okay.
So new release 2026.
Okay.
Yay. Well, ladies, thank y'all so much. It's always a pleasure and a joy to speak to the both of you. Thank you, everyone who was on this live. The only person I really saw interacting was Sammy from what is this TikTok. So, Sammy, if you could send me your
Hey,
address.
Hey, Sammy.
Congratulations, you will be getting a copy of Flight 725. Now, listen, honey, I don't know if it's gonna be signed, cause child, I know. Oh, and Dondra, Denisha gonna kill me. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Anyway, listen, I do not know if these books will come signed, but listen, you will get your book. So Dondra and Sammy, please DM me your address, and I will get you all a copy of Flight 725 by Kaylynn Hunt and Octavia Grant. And that's all we have, y'all. We done. This was amazing. We gonna cue this
awesome.
intro. Right? We're gonna cue this
Okay.
intro. Let y'all stay on the line. And thank y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
That's a wrap on this chapter of the Covers and Pages podcast. If you loved today's conversation, don't forget to follow, rate, and share the podcast with your fellow book lovers. You can also find us on Instagram at Covers and Pages Podcast. Follow the host at Risa Lisa Reads on social media. Until next time, keep reading, keep listening, and keep turning those pages.